This is What a Weird Week for Friday, June 2nd, 2023. Fast cars and freedom.
Hi, everybody, it's Weird.
This is like crazy being here.
Really weird tales.
Well, I got a great show for you today with some wonderful weird stuff.
Hi, friends. I'm Scott. Thanks for checking out the show. If you're new, every Friday we do a Weird News of the Week Top 10 Countdown podcast and a show notes blog and a YouTube video. And you can find everything if you remember this link, Shownotes.page. Shownotes.page. Or check the show notes of this episode in your favorite podcatcher. Here we go. Season 4, episode 36.
10.
Number 10, headline courtesy of the North Vancouver RCMP. We think he was trying to make a clean getaway, but was unsuccessful. That headline was meant to be jokey because they're talking about a guy who tried to steal thousands of dollars worth of toothpaste from a grocery store. The officers just happened to be near the grocery store on a non-toothpaste related matter, and they saw this guy running out the grocery store emergency exit, being chased by staff. He had a couple of duffel bags on him. They were full of toothpaste when the police caught him. Estimated street value of the toothpaste, $2,100. This part is pretty great. Somebody online asked the cops to share a photo, and they did. They were like, what does thousands of dollars of toothpaste look like? I didn't know what to expect, but it's two moderately sized duffel bags and what appears to be a small wagon full of toothpaste tubes. It was expensive kind of toothpaste. You know, tartar control, something like that. So the cops think this person was just going to sell it on the street.
9.
Pretty soon, we'll all be going on airplane diets. Air New Zealand has announced that they'll be weighing passengers before they take off. If you're like me, you know, hefty and filled with worry, you may have gotten anxious hearing this news. How long until all the other airlines start doing this? Like, I may not fly Air New Zealand anytime soon, but what if this catches on? Will they make me upgrade to the cargo hold? Well, don't panic. First, this is a voluntary thing, and second, it's anonymous, so you don't have to do it, and your weight will be kept a secret. The airline is trying to get some data on how much their average passenger weighs so they can better estimate fuel consumption. That's what's going on there with Air New Zealand. Still, I get anxious, and it's hard to trust the corporation sometimes, don't you find? What if they sell my data to Weight Watchers? Well, the joke's on you, Air New Zealand. I've already tried Weight Watchers, and it didn't take. My data is worth jack squat to Weight Watchers. Oh, and we'd like to welcome a new sponsor this week, Weight Watchers. Wouldn't that be ironic? Ironic and hilarious. Weight Watchers, come on. You're missing an opportunity.
8.
Number 8, bear takes break from ringing doorbell to rob bake shop. Now, I'm just assuming this is one of those bears that was ringing doorbells, and citation needed, sure. And if you missed it, bears have been in the news for walking up to people's front door, ringing the doorbell, and waiting patiently. That has happened. And my theory is the bears are organizing. They've learned they have doorbell ability now, and at some point, all our doorbells are going to ring, and there's going to be a bear on all our front stoops waiting to eat us. If you live in an apartment building, maybe it'll be one bear per floor. I don't know. I don't have all the data right now. Just mark my words. The bears are organizing. This isn't a doorbell-related thing. This is a bake shop theft. Bear went into the Taste by Spellbound location. That's the name of the place in Connecticut. Into their cupcake storage area, or loading dock, I guess. It looks more like a cupcake loading dock. The bear stole a box of 60 cupcakes. We have a video in the show notes. I don't know what's going on with the bears. Our finest minds are focused on recreational space travel and how to shut down AI so it doesn't take over and become Skynet. Everybody's looking that way. Meanwhile, the bears are coming for our cakes now. Can't we focus on the bear issue? Come on, bears. I've said it before. We're on to you, bears.
7.
7. Mosquitoes are attracted to our what now? Come again? And so this study that got published the other day in the journal Current Biology says mosquitoes are attracted to our smell depending on your particular brand of funk. You may get bitten more than certain people with different funk. This is a little, I don't know if it's gross or, it's just a fact of life, but maybe PG-13 or trigger warning. I'm going to describe the top 3 smells that attract mosquitoes. And I find them to be a little gross or whatever, but I guess, yes, these would be gross. These would be gross smells. When you consider somebody would smell like rancid butter, that's not great, right? If someone is cheese-like in their odor. And people who give off a scent similar to vomit. These are all recorded funks, scientifically documented funks that some people have, and those odors attract more mosquitoes. Real science behind this, because mosquitoes spread diseases, right? If we can throw them off our scent, that could save lives. So again, rancid butter, one of the odors, cheese-like, and vomit. When you think of, okay, so like somebody, it's a hot day and somebody walked to work and you're like, hey, Bob, you walked to work, did you? I thought so, because you smell of vomit. I mean, that's not the first body odor that comes to mind. This is a really eye-opening and nostril-opening study to me. Bottom line is, if you smell like stinky cheese, not only do you have to deal with the social stigmas of that, but you're also going to get more mosquito bites. And that seems unfair. I'm glad science is on it.
6.
Number 6 is a kitty cat story. Kitty cat terrorizing a Florida neighborhood, you guys. The kitty cat has sent 2 people to the ER with injuries. And this continues to unfold in Suwannee County, Florida. Officials say it's an angry domestic cat causing citizens to be fearful of attack. People are scared. As of recording, cat has not been captured. Its reign of terror continues. In 2 separate incidents, people were injured bad enough that they had to seek treatment at the hospital. Now, I'm sure part of it is this cat is an unknown and you have to be careful about rabies. But people are scared. And they don't have a description of the cat. They do not have a police sketch artist rendering of the cat. So we don't know what we're dealing with here. Any cat in the neighborhood could be the vicious cat. That orange one. That black cat. That black cat could be the one. Be careful. Now, don't get too close. What about old Tubby, the gray cat? He seems harmless, lazy even. Well, thank you for asking. It could be Tubby. You don't know. You get close to Tubby and all of a sudden, wait a minute, Tubby is vicious. You have to be careful around all the cats in Suwannee, Florida until they capture this vicious attack cat. And why so angry, cat? What happened? Who peed on your tuna? Hey? Oh, I'm not making it better. I'm sorry.
5.
Number 5, official in India loses phone in reservoir, orders the whole thing drained. This government official has been suspended. He dropped his phone in the water while taking a selfie and was like, I need this water drained so I can get my phone back. And it took 3 days, but they got the reservoir drained. He got his phone back, but it didn't survive the 3 days in the water. The fellow said his phone had sensitive government information on it. Let's unpack that a little. He's a food inspector. So if there is sensitive government information on his phone, I'm guessing it's Colonel Sanders' secret recipe for Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's the only major food secret that I would deem important enough to drain an entire dam. 10 times out of 10, I would drain. If we lost the Colonel's secret recipe, we're draining that thing. Fellow is suspended until an inquiry.
4.
Number 4, secret spy whales. A beluga whale wearing a harness has been spotted off the coast of Sweden. It's the same one that was spotted in 2019 in Norway. WTH. In this case, that means why the harness? Pretty sure it's a camera mount. That's what all the witnesses believe. Some people think it's a trained beluga from Russia. A spy beluga. A spy luga, you guys. This whale may have just escaped from somewhere. It seems used to people. It has no thumbs to operate a keyboard, so it's not a cyber hacker, we're pretty sure. Probably unlikely. But some people believe there is evidence of Soviet spy jinx. I first heard this on the Micah Hanks podcast, if you like UFOs and stuff like that, those kind of podcasts. Micah Hanks. I put a link in the show notes, and we link to this story. And we have a photo of the actual spy. People got pictures of the spy beluga. So, I mean, it's not that stealthy. Spy luga.
3.
Sounds like the noise a horn makes in old-timey cartoons? Spaluga! Spaluga!
3,
Number 3, are the whales fighting back? First, let's acknowledge we're having back-to-back weird whale stories this week. What are the odds? When was our last weird whale story? And now we've got back-to-back ones. So I heard this story. I had no idea this was happening. I heard this on the Front Burner podcast. So I'm going to link to that episode in the show notes. Killer whales sinking ships. It's happened. They ram boats. They bite rudders. They sink boats. And it seems to be happening more often. So what is up? They can't be doing it on purpose. This must be an accident, right? It's no accident. The experts say some whales are doing it on purpose. And this one's a bit more controversial. They might even be teaching younger whales how to do it, like encouraging the younger whales to do it. Not sure on that one yet. Could just be that the younger whales are mimicking what their parents are doing. It's not like a teachable moment. It's more of a, hey, that looks like fun. I want to do that too. So it's not really a question of are they doing it on purpose? It's more of a question of why. Do they know what they're doing? Is it cold-blooded attempted murder? Do we need to lock up all the whales in some kind of whale jail? Which sounds like a cartoon, maybe an episode. Let's write that one down in the future cartoons binder. Whale jail. So right now, the researchers are trying to figure it all out. If you ask non-research people, most of us have the same answer. The whales are mad at us. The whales are getting even. You know, like I say with the bears, the whales are organizing. They're angry about all the nets, the fishing nets, and ships bumping into them. But whale researchers don't really think that. They're still trying to find the answers.
2,
This headline is via DW.com. Drug-laden fridge defenestrated during police raid. So I didn't know what defenestrated meant. I clicked on that story because I thought the fridge disintegrated. And I was like, well, I gotta find out more on this weird fridge story. Why did that fridge disintegrate? Were the drugs that potent that the fridge disintegrated? So you who wrote the headline at DW.com, you got me. Because that fridge did not self-destruct while full of illegal drugs. They threw the fridge out the window. That's what defenestrated means. Sorry if you already knew that, but for me, it was a little bit of a life changer. I had no idea. And at my age, to learn a new word that means throw something out the window, that was pretty cool. Recap the story. It happened in Nuremberg, Germany. Somebody smelled drugs at an apartment building, and that led to a police raid. The guys threw their fridge out the third floor window into the backyard. Arrests were made and to be continued.
1,
Just before number 1, I want to say a quick hello to Wacky Alex from Funhouse Radio. Wacky Alex reached out the other day. I appreciate that. If you want to check out Funhouse Radio, I'll put a link in the show notes.
1,
Okay, number 1, how fast is the fastest garbage can? This is an unofficial world record, still a wonderful accomplishment in garbage can technology. An engineer in Britain unofficially broke the world record when his trash can reached speeds of 55 miles an hour. It's a wheelie bin, a wheeled trash can. He bought it for $25. Then he put $900 worth of upgrades into it, including a Suzuki 2-stroke engine, magnesium wheels, a few other things. Now, this is what I'm talking about. This is the garbage can I need. First of all, if you don't like to take out the trash, this makes it fun. Also, if you've ever known the shame of missing the garbage truck, I don't know what it's like where you live, but our garbage truck sometimes comes early and you miss it. And then you're stuck with your trash. Well, this 55-mile-an-hour garbage can, if you miss the garbage truck, you could chase them down in your speed can. If your trash is in a speed can, that garbage truck could be across town and you could still catch up before they got to the dump. You could still catch them with your trash. I like that idea. Taking out the trash with goggles and racing gloves on. I mean, right? That's how you want to look when you take out the trash. And then catchphrase, it's time to take out the trash. Take my money, please. When is this thing going on the market? Okay, that was that, and this is this. Thanks for tuning in to What a Weird Week. Streaming, liking, subscribing, 9-star reviews, all of it. If you want to get in touch, or for all things podcast, just remember Shownotes.page. Should we do the song, the Spy Beluga song now? What? No? Too late! There's a whale who lives out in the ocean. A stone-cold killer whale without emotion. He wears a harness and probably some other stuff too. Couldn't rhyme it fast enough, but I'm just making it up as I go now. Secret agent whale, secret agent whale. You've got some spy equipment and also a tail. Factually true.